everybody? Here we are. It's the first live stream of the CJ and Fitz Show. So for those of you who don't know, that's CJ. I'm Fitz, and this is our first ever attempt at live streaming a podcast. So
just bear with us.
we're all about the NFL. We absolutely love the sport at its truest form. And so we're just here to share with you guys our opinions on what's happening around the league in regards to teams, scores, players, fantasy football. So we're gonna just jump right into it. All right, dude. So week 1 to week 2, and now week 3 here. We didn't get a chance last week to talk about week 1. So if you kind of want to open up the door with that, like what was really surprising to you week 1? I mean, it's before I even let you talk. Sorry, I haven't let you talk yet at all. Week 1, I think, is a very, you just don't see the whole picture yet kind of week. You know what I mean? So if any of you jumping to conclusions out there after week 1, you got some time. You got a ways to go. So, all right, man. So take it away, dude. Week 1. What was so surprising about you?
Probably my choice would have to be the Saints, probably against the Packers. Like, a lot of people thought Aaron Rodgers was just going to come in and basically gunsling it. But, I mean, they put a rude awakening on 38-3. So that was one of them. Tyrod had a good game for the Texans. You know, he's hurt now, but I mean, it seems like everywhere he goes, he gets hurt. So they're probably my two biggest.
It's unfortunate, man. Tyrod holds a little special place in my heart. So, I think for me, dude, the biggest surprise was not even a big surprise. I can't even say it was a big surprise. I think what was really just kind of like jaw-dropping was still how good like Tampa Bay looks, right? Like they did not skip a beat at all. You know what I mean? It's like they went to sleep after the Super Bowl and they woke up and they're still doing it. So another thing I was really not impressed with was the high-flying offense that I was, expecting LA to have, the Los Angeles Chargers, like Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler. Like, I feel like they're close. Like, I think they're just getting ready to jive a little bit. I mean, Justin Herbert had an amazing rookie season, and the sophomore slump, all that stuff, I think it's all a rumor. I don't think the sophomore slump is really a thing.
I mean, they went into Washington and beat Washington, so.
Yeah, I know they did. I mean, and then all right, so let's pick up right off after that statement there. I also wasn't impressed with Washington's defense.
Right.
Week 1 or week 2, against the Giants. Like they haven't impressed me. It's very, yes, their front four phenomenal. You know what I mean? But they're not getting a lot of help on the back end.
Right.
So it's interesting, I think I kind of touched, well, I haven't really talked about this at all. I mean, maybe with you, but I'm really excited for Sam Darnold and the Carolina Panthers, man. Like, so for those of you who just tuning in, I actually haven't uploaded the content yet, but I want to throw my hand up in the air. I called the fantasy week 1 formula was Sam Darnold, Robbie Anderson, And then I also predicted Adam Thielen having a big game too. So those are my three, like, play these guys because they're cheap. And yeah, I mean the Sam Darnold to Robbie Anderson connection was it was happening week 1, and now, I mean, dude, what helps them so much? What's going to help Sam Darnold succeed here in Carolina, and where Carolina might have found their next franchise quarterback? I know it's a little early. I'm not like it's 2 games. I'm just saying, to have somebody as valuable and versatile as Christian McCaffrey in your backfield, right? That is, how do you say it? Like,
the dude can do it all.
He could do it all, but that's just something that he did not have with New York. He did not have. He didn't have the weapons at receiver. He didn't have an established run game. He didn't, and it's not even as if they have. It's not even like they're establishing the run game. You just have that. You have that X factor that everybody has to plan around. You know what I mean?
And option that he can go to.
Yeah, and it's just going to create so many successful opportunities for Sam Darnold in Carolina. I'm really excited about them, and I hope they continue to.
Don't count out that defense either. I mean, they're playing pretty solid too.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I mean, they're trending right now in the fantasy football world. Everyone wants to play the Carolina. Oh, hey Jake, what's up? Welcome to the CJ and Fitz Show.
What's up, Jake?
He's waited forever for this. Yes. Let's talk about Teddy Bridgewater, dude.
Oh.
We know that you're a big Denver Broncos fan. Is Sam Darnold legit? I think he is. I think he's going to be the Alex Smith caliber of quarterback. The game manager, can get it done if he's called upon type thing. I don't think, I mean, there's always the tier of quarterbacks, dude. And I've always been a big believer of I've always believed in the quarterback does not always have to carry the weight of the entire team on his shoulders type thing. I know that's the philosophy around the league. Like, every quarterback feels like it's their team and they have to carry the weight. I don't necessarily believe in that philosophy of football. I think if you can get somebody that has to make the throws when they got to make it.
Exactly. If they call upon him to make a play, I believe he's going to be that factor where he's able to do it.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. All right, so Jake's commented in here. Jake is talking about Teddy Bridgewater and the Denver Broncos. So let's get after it. Denver is ready to win, he says. Go ahead. I feel like I've been.
Yeah, I like Teddy Bridgewater. I believe he can succeed. But the way that system is run, if they don't find a quarterback within the first 2 seasons of that quarterback, they'll go and draft a next one next year. Right.
So without even praising Denver right now, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. My fear is that even if Teddy is successful, because I thought Teddy Bridgewater was kind of successful in playing well in Carolina, and they moved on from him, I feel like Denver is going to pull the trigger on the first quarterback available in the draft next year, and Teddy Bridgewater is therefore on to the next team, which the way it's looking very well might be the Houston Texans. But that's,
like Drew Lock.
Right, like Drew. See, I thought Drew Lock looked good during preseason,
right?
And I thought that they were going to invest in him, and instead they went with Teddy, who is playing great right now. He is playing great. He's got a great supporting cast over there. Courtney Sutton had a huge week this week. Tim Patrick is low-key always been this very reliable wide receiver, and he's super consistent, man. He's like a Robert Woods in my, when I think of consistent wide receiver, I think of Robert Woods.
Right.
So yeah, I their defense is playing well enough. Their defense is allowing them to maintain games, and that's really all you want a defense to do, right?
I mean, Cortland's coming off a major injury,
Oh,
and for him to have a game like that, that's like major boost confidence right there for that team.
oh, for sure, man, for
Like
sure.
moving on. And then Jerry Judy's coming back. I mean, Denver's got a solid team.
Oh, absolutely. Javonte Williams is starting to,
Yep.
he's starting to break out of his shell a little bit. Yeah, Jake, good good on your Denver Broncos there, buddy. I wish them the best of the luck. So, um,
Good luck in fantasy with
yes.
your first loss of the season.
All right. So we kind of, we've touched, about some things that have happened, and I'm sure that we're going to carry on into this as we begin to talk about week 2, right, and what's coming up week 3. So let's just roll with it, man. Week 2, any big surprises week 2? Like any praising that you want to throw out there?
I do. I have a couple. I thought the Bills defense dominated uh, Miami, even though I know they Tua got hurt and Jacoby Brissett came in, but that defense played lights out. They had like 6 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, interception. Like that team was all over the field that day.
Now, I mean, was it the 35-0 like blowout? Is that what made you think that they had a blowout? Was it that obvious that they? No,
I mean,
listen, man. I mean, you guys, anybody watching right now, you see my background. I'm a big Bills fan, and I was saying it all off season to a lot of my fellow
he
Buffalonians,
definitely was, even to me. So
and yeah, I had a feeling that the defense was going to look the way that is looking right now. Now, this again, the statement I made in the beginning of the show here, perception isn't always the reality, right? Yes, they look like they're playing lights out right now, but one injury or one bad week, and everything can change. But yes, as of right now, compared to previous years, these Bills defense is playing great, and yeah. So go ahead, man. You had some other guys that you wanted to highlight.
yeah, actually, I wanted to go with a quarterback from Derek Carr from Las Vegas. Uh, week 1, I believe they played the Ravens, and he went out, have a phenomenal game, and they won. And then week 2, they played the Steelers, and they end up. I mean, he's just slinging it everywhere right now. And it looks good to me. So I just wanted to mention Derek Carr.
Yeah. I I don't want to say I do. I'm gonna say it. I want to say like I'm surprised, right? Because the consensus, late last year at the end of the season was like Las Vegas they're gonna be looking for the next guy. Like they're gonna be moving on. That was the consensus around the league, right? Are they gonna go and sign? Are they going to go and sign a backup quarterback? Are they going to draft a quarterback? Is Derek Carr the answer? And so I don't know if he felt that pressure and all of a sudden he's just but
Making a case. Yep.
yeah, but it's not even like these are like lucky passes here or anything like that, or that he's putting up stats based on luck. Like he's slinging it, dude, and he's making good
Accurate.
throws,
Yes.
good reads, yeah, man.
And them second year receivers, Edwards and Ruggs. I mean, they're coming along too. So
Yeah, Henry
got
Ruggs.
a pretty
Henry
tight
Ruggs.
end.
He had a big week, man. He had a big
So,
week. So, and shout out to your ECU little stud
Zay,
Zay
right?
Jones with the game winning touchdown there week 1. So, yeah, man. Yeah. So I'm actually gonna go and CJ, we have a comment from a fan. Joe says the beard, yes, it screams sexy. So,
I think so, Joe.
it does, man. It looks really good on you. It looks really good on you.
Thanks. What's up, Joe?
So, I want to talk about maybe not a successful team right now, but I think I'm hoping just for the sport itself. I actually really like Jared Goff in Detroit. I really want to say that TJ Hawkinson is truly making a case for himself right now to be the next in line to the next on the mantle or whatever it is I'm trying to say, to be the next best tight end
Right.
in the NFL. I mean, the guy was target. I don't even know that. I don't have his targets off the top. I know it was more than 8, which is. Are you looking it up right now?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, excellent. Yeah, I think it was more than 8. He had the great.
He was targeted 9 times and caught 8 receptions.
Okay, 8 receptions, 9 times. He had the great catch in the end zone. But the thing about Detroit that has always been the problem is that they always have somebody that's a stud, and then they got nothing around him to help him, right? So right now, TJ Hawkinson is the number one receiver. He's the number one receiver, the best player on that offense, and they don't have a great supporting cast for him. I was really impressed with Detroit's pass rush against Green Bay here Sunday night. Was it Monday night? I'm sorry, the Monday night game. I was really impressed with their pass rush, but then again, they don't have any support in the back end, right? So Ifatu, their rookie cornerback out of Syracuse. I do not want to butcher this name, but it's probably going to happen. He's a big physical corner. He's 6'2". He's coming out of Syracuse. He has really.
I don't know how to say his name either.
Yeah, Ifatu.
Close enough.
Close enough. Thank you, sir. Thank you. He's got really good speed. He's really big, physical. He actually got hurt during the game, but I'm hoping that they can maybe begin to build a secondary around that. But I wouldn't count Detroit out yet. I think they're just really starting to figure themselves out. Dan Campbell is definitely a player's coach, and if he can rally everybody around him, I think Detroit might be okay in the next couple of years here, dude.
At halftime.
What's that?
So I said they were winning at halftime.
Right.
And then Aaron Rodgers took over, so
yeah. I mean, let's talk about the game of the week. All right, the game of the week, in my opinion, was the Tennessee Seattle, right? I mean, could you not? Well, I don't know. I don't even can't. There's 2 games. Week 2 was pretty great. All right, it was really good.
Yeah, the Ravens Chiefs was pretty good too.
The Ravens. I mean, all right. So let's talk about 2 guys here, right? They're obviously 2 different teams, but 2 guys who literally just put their entire team on their back, right? I mean, Lamar's second half was just I'll do it myself, and my goodness, did he not?
I mean, he was passing, he was running.
And then Derrick Henry, I think puts up 137 yards in the second half to take him to overtime.
Yeah, like I was telling you, they were driving down the field to kick a field goal, and they wasn't even passing. They was just handing the rock to Derrick Henry. That's how much faith they had him in, and he still delivered.
Oh yeah, man. Oh man. Don't get me going on the running back thing, right? You know how I feel about running backs.
I know.
There's only been a handful of running backs in the last 2 decades that you can literally say or I believe are the true running back, right? And Derrick Henry is one of them.
I mean, because week one, I think he had a total of 9 yards, and everybody was saying that
But
talking bad about him and stuff like that. And he comes out week two, and
week one, who anticipated Arizona just showing
well,
up and playing? I mean, Arizona's not a bad team, and I don't think they've ever really been a bad team. You know what I mean? They play in a really competitive division, and I think that's what really hurts them, or
right.
their image at least. But yeah, I was not anticipating that. I was not anticipating their defense just coming out and laying the boom, dude. Chandler Jones, yeah. Like, I mean, come on. Like, that was a shocker from week one. So,
and then this past week, you cannot talk about the Seattle game without Bobby Wagner 20 tackles.
Oh, I know. Isn't that, it's freakishly, dude. Like,
real.
Like the guy, stud, man. Absolute stud. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, 20 tackles is just unheard of. So, I mean, but all right, let's continue to talk. Tyler Lockett is having a monster season right now, dude. Like, like I haven't really heard much about
DK.
About DK, yeah. I mean, I'll be the first that like I don't get to watch every game. You know what I mean? Like, excuse me, I don't get to watch every game, so like I don't have I can't break down every play to tell you what's going on. You know what I mean? I can't. I'll read the box scores and watch some highlights, but yeah, I really haven't heard much from DK yet. And I say yet because it's coming. You know what I mean? It's coming. So
yeah, but I mean, that's crazy. DK and Tyler would both target 11 times.
Hey, we got a question. We got a question from one of our viewers here.
What's that?
Do you think the Raiders can run with the Chiefs? They split the head-to-head last year, and the Raiders coming out swinging. What do you think?
As a fan, yes, I want them to, but it's too hard to say right now.
So, I think it comes down to if the Raiders are healthy at running back with Kenyon Drake and Josh Jacobs,
yeah,
and they can slow the game down, I think they have a chance. I really do.
So they're just one-dimensional.
Yeah, well, I mean, so week 1, week 2 now, like Kansas City has proved that they cannot stop the run at all. So, So I think that's it. Like if I'm John Gruden and I'm the Las Vegas Raiders, I'm running wishbone and I formation until I can't no more. So, what do you think, Jim? Was that a good answer?
So they ran the ball 13 times for 32 yards against the Steelers, and threw the ball 37 times for 382 yards. So, yeah, they definitely got to get that run game in there.
I think they will. Josh Jacobs just has to be healthy, man. All right, so previewing week 3 here. Previewing week 3, you got Carolina. Yeah, Carolina at Houston.
Yes.
What's your take here?
I'm still on the Sam Darnold train and that defense. So Tyrod's not playing. I believe the quarterback's David Mills, and I'm not sure, is he a rookie or not?
Yeah, he's a rookie. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just too much pressure for him, and that defense is going to take over. And then with CMC running, so I'm going Carolina.
Yeah, so this is I'm going to take a fantasy standpoint here for this game. If you're running a DJ Moore or a Robbie Anderson, I really truly wouldn't this week. Just because I don't think it's going to get to a point where they're really trying to sling it down the field.
Because it could be up.
That's that might not be the mentality of the league nowadays, right? The league's just, let's run it up. Fans want points. Let's do it. So I could be very wrong on this, but I mean, yeah, I'm solely starting CMC and just letting it happen, letting him do his thing. But yeah, Houston's in a really, really tough spot, man, and it started a couple years ago with trading DeAndre Hopkins,
and then Deshaun Watson news and
so it's
and Tyrod was playing good.
Oh, he was playing good, and then I mean
nobody saw that coming.
No, I saw that coming.
Oh, I didn't.
I love Tyrod Taylor.
So,
no, yeah, so yeah, this is it sucks. I really want to talk more about Thursday Night Football, but this is really not an interesting game in my opinion at all. I think it's I think Carolina just kind of rolls them, and I don't think it's high scoring either. I'm gonna say it's like 24-10. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it's anything wild. So moving on to the early Sunday games. You got.
So you're taking Carolina too?
Yeah, I'm going to take Carolina. Oh yes, sorry, I didn't really cover this at all. And so next week for the show, so CJ and I kind of have this little bet going on yet. We haven't quite figured out what the loser has to do, but we're just doing a
as it gets closer, we'll put the details out.
Yeah, we're doing a pick 'em between ourselves here, and I think right now he's got 2 wins on me. So maybe you guys, the viewers, can help us figure out what the loser has to do, and
yeah.
But next week's show, I'll have the records up for us, and you guys could really see who's winning. So if you want to go ahead and jot these down as the show's going on, who we're taking, and so I too am going to take Carolina.
All
right. The next game you got the Colts and the Titans.
So Carson Wentz is questionable. I'm still gonna go with Tennessee though.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm this huge Carson Wentz advocate, right? Because right. I don't like what happened to him or the way that he was treated in Philadelphia. And I really truly wish that he had got out of there last year and not this year. But it is what it is. I'm a Carson Wentz advocate, and it just sucks to see him injured again, man. But I don't want to laugh about it. So viewers, please don't take this. This isn't like a joke, but I'm just trying to think. Like, the guy has 2 sprained ankles, so both your ankles are sprained. Like, how does that like? That's unfortunate, man. I mean, that is just like like that just sucks. So, yeah, I'm gonna take the Titans here, but I'm gonna go for I'm gonna go a different route here. I'm gonna say that Tannehill finally kind of opens up, man, and starts slinging the rock, really getting Julio involved, AJ Brown, and I think this is a defense that you could do it on. I mean, week one, Russell Wilson just
ate him up.
He ate him up. Yeah.
So
So, but
All right.
again, I mean, I think the Colts have a really good defense, and I think they're just kind of, you know, just feeling out the season so far. Like, it's so early in the season, man. It's so hard to just pinpoint that this team's going to be bad or this guy's going to be good, etc. Like, it's just so early in the season to do such. I like the Colts defense. They were one of my favorites coming into the season, but I don't think they're quite there yet. And I think Ryan Tannehill is, so. Next game we got the Falcons and the Giants. Falcons in New York.
Right. Oh man. What's your take on this one?
So I think it's another really close game for the Giants. But I think the Giants get a win here.
You going with the Giants?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Giants, and here's why. And we're actually going to transition over real quick to Fitz's fantasy formula. Check this out. This is Fitz's fantasy formula. So I'm actually going to take, from a fantasy standpoint, from a daily fantasy sports, tight end and quarterback. I think it's a really safe play this week, and they're both cheap. Daniel Jones and Kyle Rudolph hook up for a touchdown and some good yards. I think the Giants come in. I think the Giants establish the run early, open up the play action, and I think Kyle Rudolph starts to get the looks that he wants. You know what I mean? The looks that they want to give him. And I really like Daniel Jones and Kyle Rudolph this week. I know, I mean, not only is that just like the sleeper of sleepers, but
I mean, it is the battle of the 0 and 2s. So, yeah, I like Atlanta's offense, but that defense, I can't get behind. And I think the Giants do have enough playmakers to get the job done. So, yeah, I'm going Giants too.
Man, you're not making this entertaining at all, bud. When are you going to go against me? All right, Chargers at Kansas City.
Hold on. All right. Let's see. They're playing in Kansas City. I mean, I really want to go with Chargers because I've been high on them all preseason and in past 2 weeks also. But
are you predicting that Kansas City's going to lose 2 in a row?
Yeah, that's why I don't think I'm going Kansas City. I think.
Oh man, you really had me hyped up there, dude. I thought you were going with the Chargers.
I'm going Kansas City. And what's crazy is I think Tyreek Hill is going to come back out, and I mean, they're going to have some big numbers. I just don't think it's LA's. I don't think it's this week that they. I think they'll beat them when they're back in LA. So,
all right, I'll take that.
I'm going to go with Kansas City on this one.
I'll take that. I think it's a close game. I really do. I think I think Joey Bosa is hurt, as well as Derwin James. So
I can tell you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're questionable for this week. So, yeah, I think it's gonna be close. I think the Chargers get the run game going. Austin Eckler, Joshua Jackson,
They're both questionable.
Yeah. So it really depends, but I'm gonna. You know what? No. I'm gonna mix it up because this is boring. We're picking the same team every time. I'm gonna take the Chargers here. I'm gonna take
the winners.
Huh?
So I'm just picking the winners. That's why.
Man. I'm gonna take the Chargers here. I think Bosa, Derwin James are healthy. I think Asante Samuel can. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking here. but I took it. So I mean, I like Asante Samuel, dude. And can he cover Tyreek Hill? I don't think so. And I hope everybody in the league takes what Baltimore did and just blueprints it against. They took away Tyreek Hill. They took away Tyreek Hill, and they forced everybody to cover Travis Kelce, right?
And, he still had a good game though.
He did. I mean, from
the other receivers, they also stepped up too.
They did.
Pringle, he had a touchdown.
Yeah,
and Demarcus Robinson, I believe, had one.
Yeah, McCole Hardman was out there too, catching passes. Like, I know, but when you think of Kansas City, you think of Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce,
and Mahomes.
So I don't know. I'm gonna just to mix things up. You could probably put an L in my column already for me, but yeah, I'm gonna take the Chargers here. I am. I like it. Man, at Arrowhead, can I please retract it? Can I take it back? Can I take it back, please?
It's up to you.
No, I'm gonna ride it out. I'll ride it out. I'm gonna take the Chargers.
All
right. Bengals at the Steelers. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh.
Who they play last week?
Who did? Cincinnati.
The Bears defense went crazy. So Joe Burrow threw 3 interceptions.
Yeah, in a row, dude. Like it wasn't like throughout parts of the game. It was like one interception after another. Like his next 3 passes were all INTs. Like it's interesting.
They're playing in Pittsburgh, man. I think this is where they get the run game going, and the rookie really shows what he's capable of. So I'm going Pittsburgh.
Oh, you don't think Najee Harris showed what he was capable of last week?
Well, I mean, I do, but I see a big weekend this coming week. So
yeah, I'm gonna take Pittsburgh too. Yes. Jim comments in. He goes, Joe Burrow needs to keep his head on a swivel with that defensive line. I mean, as much as we praised Washington for their front four, you cannot ignore Pittsburgh's front four. I mean, what they did to Buffalo and Josh Allen week 1 was pretty.
I mean, is what playing though? Or he's still questionable? Either way, I'm taking Pittsburgh, man.
I'm going to take Pittsburgh too. All right. It was announced earlier today from Matt Nagy that Justin Fields will be making his debut in the NFL as a starter. You got Chicago at Cleveland.
I'm going to be different. I'm going to go Chicago. I'm going to take the rookie.
You're going to take the rookie?
Yeah.
Man. I'm gonna go Cleveland.
Yeah. I'm going to take the rookie.
I'm going to go Cleveland, and I'm going to go Baker. I'm going to go Baker Mayfield goes for over 300. OBJ, it was announced today that OBJ is fully participated in practice. He's still questionable. But
we don't know about Landry. He's questionable too. So
I'm pretty sure Landry is on IR now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
So I mean, they already do rely on the run game because of Hunt and Chubb, but they're gonna really have to.
That's what I'm saying, man. Baker's gonna.
All right.
He's gonna Oklahoma Sooner that. Shoo! Baker goes for over 300. I'm taking Chicago. I'm taking Cleveland.
I'm gonna take the rookie. See what happens.
All right. Ravens at the Lions.
Ravens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there much to discuss here?
Uh,
Like I said, I really like Jared Goff there, and I like T.J. Hawkinson, and I love I like their front four. I thought they had a lot of good pressure on Aaron Rodgers. But dude, until somebody,
and I didn't even realize Jeffrey Okuda, one of their top corners, is out on IR now.
okay, so yeah, the Ravens at Detroit.
Yeah, that's.
I'm just gonna the new Superman is
Hey, you went to Detroit?
what?
You went to Detroit, right?
No, I'm not taking Detroit. No, don't bait me like that. You know I was like thinking about it too. It's like no, I'm taking the Ravens, man. Lamar is Lamar, and
That's all you got to say.
that's all you got to say, man. Like okay, here's a good game. I think it's a good game. I'm hoping it's a good game. Saints at New England.
Yeah, so I've been looking at that one. I'm gonna go with the Saints on this one. I think Jameis comes back. And one guy that I think is like a low key player to play this year. I mean, this coming week is Dante Harris.
Yeah.
So I'm calling it right now. I'm gonna go with Saints on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Saints too. Just because I still am not trusting anything that I'm seeing out of Mac Jones yet. And even though like the Saints, their secondary is banged up, I'm pretty sure Lattimore is coming back this week. Though I think he had to have thumb surgery and he was just out last week, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be back. But
yeah, he's questionable.
I'm gonna take the Saints here. I think you really see a Sean Payton open up the playbook a little bit and let Jameis Winston show off his arm. So it'll be a good game. You got to respect New England's defense, though. They're playing really good right now.
Yeah.
Matt Judon's hurt, and their run game is super consistent, man. I mean, it's the same old Josh McDaniels run offense, 3-headed monster, super consistent. Actually, it's not even a 3-headed monster yet. It's only been Damian Harris and James White. Like,
right.
Stevenson, the rookie, hasn't even made an appearance yet. I think he had one carry. He had one carry week 1, and he fumbled it, and then he was inactive last week. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm hoping it's a good game. I really am.
I'm hoping. Like, I wish we could see more out of Jacoby Myers, but that comes with the quarterback play. So
right, and I like Jacoby Myers a lot.
Yeah,
especially as like a PPR league, fantasy football wise. Like, he gets the targets, man. He is he's great underneath. So it's but yeah, I want to see Jameis Winston really show us that he could do it there in New Orleans. So, and I think this is the week that you do that.
all right.
Kyler Murray and the Cardinals traveling to Jacksonville.
Arizona in a blowout.
Yeah. I really, really, really am loving what I'm seeing out of Kyler this year right now. I mean, like, they're just, that offense is
clicking.
It's clicking. It's firing on all cylinders, man. And
the rookie Rondale Moore is like, he's producing. You got Christian Kirk, who also is producing, and DeAndre doing DeAndre stuff.
Hey, let's not forget about AJ Green, man. AJ Green's over there. AJ Green's over there producing too, man. Like,
So
yeah, they're clicking over there, dude, and it's exciting. I'm excited for the Arizona Cardinals. I'm just excited for the NFC West, period, because they're all playing really good football right now, and they always are. They're always super competitive, but it's always the same 3 teams, and then the Cardinals are like, they're like the little brother that's like forced to sit in the back with the groceries. You know what I mean? Like, and I think, little brother hit a growth spurt here, and if I was to pick a team that falls to the bottom there, it's going to be San Francisco. I know San Francisco they're playing good football right now. Their quarterback issue, it's not an issue. I just don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is it. Their run game is great. They suffered, an injury.
Their running backs are hurt. Like
yeah, so and that's a team that thrives on the run game. They thrive on the run game, and yeah,
I was gonna say I think Elijah Mitchell is gonna be back, but I don't even know who's behind him right now because Trey Sherman's in the concussion protocol,
right?
And then
yeah,
was Jamal what's his name? Hasty, he's out. So yeah, I guess they're gonna be passing a lot again. So
yeah, and then. Do we even really touch base on Jacksonville yet? I mean, there's nothing against Jacksonville, but it's the same story over and over and over again, right?
Yeah.
It's what's bringing a rookie quarterback, and yeah, I I saw some throws from Trevor Lawrence, and I know he's a rookie, and I'm not picking on him. I'm not. For a guy who was praised as much as he was coming out of college, like, he does not look comfortable going through his reads.
Right.
I mean, there was like 2 passes that I saw that were just kind of mind blowing. So he chucks one down the left sideline. 5 Denver Broncos, and Chenault, he had to come across and bat the pass down. And then another pass was he goes through all of his progressions, and then he shoots it to his check down over in the flats, and Denver read it so fast, dude. It's just, I don't know. Kind of like the way I feel about Detroit. I mean, eventually, man, you just want to see them get it right. And it's too early to tell. Maybe Trevor Lawrence starts coming on later in the year,
But it won't be this week.
I don't think it's this week. No. I mean, geez, you almost want to think that Chandler Jones is going to have another 5 sacks. Washington at Buffalo.
Let's see. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, I will. So.
Or do I even have to ask?
No. I mean, I'm gonna take Buffalo, but it's an iffy. It's an iffy Buffalo because of their front 4. And what Pittsburgh did against them week 1 with their front 4, Washington's front 4 is no joke either. Chase Young, Montez Sweat, yes. Another comment from our viewers, Jim. Jim says the Bills O-line is getting another test after failing week 1. Exactly what I was saying. Yeah.
No, he definitely has a.
So I'm really curious. If they can get the run game going, it'll be.
So who's the best on that O line? like in your opinion, who's the best out of all of them? Is it Dawkins?
No, I mean, to be honest with you, the guy that's playing the best right now is the right guard Cody Ford. Like, and he just kind of cemented himself into that role the second half of week 1. You know what I mean? Like,
Nice.
I just haven't seen enough out of the. It's weird, man. Like, it's almost like the Bills' offense is going through like an identity crisis. You know, like last year it was 5 wide, like we're hitting everything that's underneath or anything that's open. Like, you guys play us in man if you want to. We'll pick you apart. Play us zone. We'll pick you apart. But everyone is playing them, and everyone is coming out playing. Excuse me, hold on. Playing a base front, like a base like nickel package, and
Yep.
I don't know if Josh Allen is trying to make big throws to prove this is why you paid me type thing. I don't think he's that type of person that's like that wants to be like, this is why you paid me, but you know, it's going to be interesting if they can control the line of scrimmage. I think the Bills take this one for sure.
So who wins this game for them? Is it Josh Allen or the defense?
I'm going to put it on Josh Allen. Josh Allen wins this game.
All right.
He has to be the one that wins this game for us. But I think it's, I don't know, man. But that defense is.
I mean,
is looking
I'm going
great.
Bills too. I just wanted to hear your thoughts about it.
Yeah.
Singletary's been playing good, but he has a how did he do against Pittsburgh actually?
Oh, he had like 11 carries for 75 yards or 80 yards or something. I don't have the exact stats. I mean, but it was a late game push that, like, you know, he busted a few like
11 for 72, which is not bad against a.
No, but it just came at the wrong time though. It came at the wrong time. Like, they had just blocked the punt for a touchdown, and we were down 2 scores now at this point, and now you're trying to control the clock a little bit, but like, I would have rather have controlled the clock earlier in the game then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, I don't think he's going to win the game either for you guys. I think it's going to be Josh Allen too, with Stephon Diggs and Emmanuel Sanders. That's how I think you guys are going to win.
Yeah, so, I mean, if
I think a breakout game for Diggs.
If Sterling Shepard is any, you know, Sterling Shepard against Washington last week, he's their primary receiver, you know, and he was all over the field. He was getting all the looks and all the touches that he wanted. So, the Lions got to hold out the front floor, and just give them a little bit of time to throw it. But yeah, I like the Bills too. Jets at Broncos.
Broncos.
Yeah, same.
Teddy's playing good. Zach's not.
Yeah.
Bad Jets defense. Yeah, I'm going Denver.
I don't even really want to.
Right. So, I mean, I'm rooting for the kid, though, man. Eventually I think he does have some good games, but man, he looked pretty bad last week in New England.
Dolphins at Raiders. Now, I know we were hyping up the Raiders, but I actually really liked what I was seeing out of Jacoby Brissett, even though, like, playing the Bills, like, and don't be surprised if you start to see Mike Gesicki, like, get the looks and the touches that because there was some times during that Bills game that they were driving and the Bills had no answer for him at all. And I think it's going to, and again, like, the Dolphins defenses, they're good. I mean, they have 2 of the best corners in the game, Xavier Howard, Byron Jones. Like, I think it's going to be a lot closer. I'm actually going to take the Dolphins here. So, I am. I'm going to take the Dolphins.
Well, I'm sticking with the Derek Carr show right now.
All right, man. Look at this. We're really mixing it up this week.
All right, hold on. Raiders, Las Vegas. All right.
All right.
Yeah, I just think that I really like Las Vegas defense. Yeah, I think they're going to produce and actually win that game for them. So
yeah, probably the game of the week right here for me. Tampa Bay at LA. Like,
yeah, that should have been a primetime game, right?
I feel like it should have been a primetime game, absolutely, but we won't talk about who's on primetime this week. But
what are you trying to say?
No, man, we'll get to it. Don't worry. I'm really excited about this game just because I love what Matt Stafford is doing right now in LA. I really
Same
do.
Here. This is like really a true test.
But at the same time, I really love watching Tampa Bay pick up right where they left off, dude. Like, this is like you could be previewing the NFC Championship right here, week 3, and it's going to be really interesting. I mean, from a fantasy football standpoint, Tampa Bay's defense is definitely they've been giving up a lot to receivers.
A lot.
Which is weird because, coming into it, like I had a lot of praise for Tampa Bay's defense, and now, and man, I sound like a revolver, or not, like I'm beating a dead horse here. I mean, it is week 3. It's still early in the season, and this defense can totally turn it on whenever they're ready to. But yeah, so the Bucks right now they're giving up an average of 43 points a week in fantasy standpoint. So
that's why I'm going with Cooper Kupp again this weekend or this coming week.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm gonna start him too. I just
like he's rated the number one receiver for this coming weekend.
Yeah, I mean here's a team, here's an offense in Tampa Bay that you don't want to allow to be on the field as much. So they might be looking for these quick outs, quick easy downs, keep the clock moving. So Robert Woods might be a guy that gets involved this week. Same with Tyler Higbee.
Yep.
And then their run game too. I mean, LA hasn't really quite established a run game yet this year, but it's coming. I mean, so I'm curious, who are you going to take?
I'm taking my MVP for this year, Matthew Stafford.
Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The MVP for this year, CJ's MVP vote for this year, Matthew Stafford. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to roll with I'm going to actually take Tampa Bay here, though.
No.
I
mean,
the reason being is Tom Brady, man. Like, it just the guy is 44, man, and he's slinging it like he's,
right.
20. Yeah, like he just looks great. He looks great. He's got weapons. I mean, AB's out this week, but AB was pretty irrelevant last week. You know what I mean? And Gronk scoring, like, you until somebody stops him, Tampa Bay is the team to beat right now, man. So I'm gonna take Tampa Bay.
All right. Green Bay and
Green Bay at San Francisco.
Man, this is
Hey Corey, thanks for checking out the stream, dude.
So let me see who's on. Yeah, man. I know they're playing in San Francisco. Um, but I'm gonna go with Green Bay. I'm gonna take Aaron Rodgers with this one.
Yeah. I'm also gonna take Green Bay.
That running back situation there is
Exactly.
so unreliable. Like, it's hard to go with him.
And I think without even really getting Devontae Adams involved last week, like it was Detroit. I understand, but still, they looked like they were starting to really click. Man, Aaron Jones he's looking great. He's looking exactly where he
Yeah,
picked up last year. Or
yeah, 4 touchdowns.
yeah, I
And
mean,
he's
uh,
solid.
and you're right. You hit the nail on the head, dude. The running back situation in San Francisco is very. I don't want to say it's scary because Kyle Shanahan he's a great coach and he lives and breathes by running the ball. Like that's
Yeah,
that's his thing. He loves it. But it's just a really tough situation at the running back spot there in San Francisco, and I'm gonna take Green Bay. And now moving on to the Monday night game.
the game of the week.
Oh my God, get out of here! I almost want to just take Philly, despite you. I really do. Like Jalen Hurts is just gonna just Oklahoma Sooner it 90-yard bombs all game. Like he's gonna absolutely eat up that non-existent secondary of yours.
Yo, the secondary is not that bad, man. Like,
Is Micah Parsons gonna play linebacker or DN this week?
yes, he is. And I want to say he had like the most pressures this past weekend with 11.
Yeah.
So that kid's a star,
No,
and
I
he's a
know.
little better.
I'm gonna take Dallas here. I am.
Yeah, I'm taking Dallas too. Like with the duo running backs with Pollard and Zeke, which I really love Pollard, man. He's really coming out of his shell this year, and I I know Michael Gallup still is on IR, but they got CD and Amari. Yeah, I'm taking, and they're playing in Dallas, so it's Dallas' first home game of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Dallas.
No, I'm with you. Are you liking what you're seeing out of Hurts so far this season, though?
I mean, he's producing, so
Yeah. So, comment from Jim here. Pollard's having more production with almost half the carries. Is the Elliott contract the worst deal in the league?
I agree 100%. I saw a statement the other day said that Zeke it's been like 630 days since Zeke had over 100 yards and one rushing touchdown, and Pollard did this past weekend.
Yeah.
So and
So
this is where your running back theory and
my running back theory. I get into it at work all the time with a buddy of mine, and he's a prior running back in high school. Like he loves the position, and I get it, but like running backs you either have an outstanding running back or you have an average running back, right? Like that's it. And there's only been like a handful of running backs that I could really sit there and say like this guy was legit. You know what I mean? AP, LaDainian Tomlinson. Like in the past 2 decades, right? Obviously, early years of the NFL, like the running back was the position to have, right? You wanted to have the best running back in the league, but it's a different game now. It really is, and credit to Josh McDaniels in New England for really, I mean, look at dude, New England, Bill Belichick introduces the 2 tight end set, the athletic tight ends like Gronk, Aaron Hernandez, right? When they were running that offense, then everybody tries to go copy them. And then what do? Now they're like, all right, here, you guys want to do that too? Here, see if you can do this. I mean, past couple of years, it was James White, Rex Burkhead, who is another running? I'm like drawing a blank on their third running back.
It was Sony Michel, but
Sony Michel, but even the gentleman, he went to Tennessee to back up.
Yeah, man, what was his name?
I don't know. Now I'm feeling like I'm ill prepared for my statement here, but I just like the running back to me is not. It's not a dominant. Like, it's not a position that matters. What matters is being able to run the ball. I don't think it's a league now where the running back makes the run game. I think it's a league now where the where your offensive line can create where your offensive line creates the run game. Your passing offense pushes those safeties back, which opens up the run game. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And that's where I'm at now in the league. Like, so, but
I mean, but with that statement with the signing Zeke to that contract, yes, it was. That's a Jerry Jones move right there.
Oh man, name dropping.
So,
but all right, man. So we've been at it now for an hour. So I just want to take this moment and thank you everybody for tuning in and checking out the first live stream of the CJ and Fitz Show. We're gonna get the description up and you guys can check out some of our links. We're really trying to start building our social media, and we're gonna keep doing this every Wednesday, right? Isn't that the plan? Every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. I keep cutting you off, man. I'm sorry. I got the gift of gab here, like. So,
well, we love the questions, so keep asking.
Yeah, the questions are great, man. I absolutely love the questions. So, but yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in and this is the CJ and Fitz Show. So,
See you later.
See you guys. Have a great night.